So I cannot sleep, and I know I shouldn't have drunk so much Mountain Dew, and this is probably the reason why I'm still awake right now. But listen, I want you to understand that there were some things that I decided to take a look at. On my stream, there was someone who said that there is a Dragon Quest MMO. So while drinking obsessively about 10 cans of Mountain Dew, and looking up online on Wikipedia.com, I decided to look up Dragon Quest X, which is an MMO that came out nearly a decade ago. Now, here's Wikipedia, and here's Dragon Quest X. Now, here, I'm going to read a little bit here. Let me introduce you to the Dragon Quest MMO that I've never heard of. Dragon Quest X is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, developed and published by Square Enix. It is the 10th mainline entry in the Dragon Quest series. It was originally released for the Wii, that's odd, in 2012. So it was originally on the Wii in 2012. Again, nearly a decade ago. I didn't even know this goddamn game existed. It was later ported for Wii U, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Android, iOS, and the Nintendo 3DS. Are you kidding me? This thing was on the 3DS. All of which supported cross-platform play. That's absolutely ridiculous. Other than a discontinued Windows version in Chinese, the game was not localized outside of Japan. Yeah. As you can see, there was actually a Dragon Quest MMO that I have never heard of. I've never seen it, and it was on the Wii of all things. Now, how and why does Square Enix be pulling dumbassery a decade ago? I mean, okay, let's be honest. They were always doing stuff that just was kind of sketch and kind of dumb in the first place, like how they didn't come out with all the Final Fantasies. We went from 1, 2, then 6, which was Final Fantasy 3 for us, but it was 6 for Japan. And again, why does Square Enix think that that's the right decision to pull? So I understand Square Enix have to make sure that there's checks and balances, that they don't spend a lot of money and resources on something that will ultimately fail. I can understand that, but you have to have a little bit of faith in us, Japan. Like, seriously, you gotta have a little bit of faith. This isn't just Square Enix. Sometimes Nintendo does it, sometimes people over there in Sony does it, but all case and notice, like, I see you, I see Dragon Quest X, and I see, like, an opportunity that could have been so cool. The fundamentals of an RPG that was so traditional could have came over to us in an MMO style. That was so, I don't know, it just felt missed. They could have had more people into Dragon Quest if they came out with this in the West. For some damn reason, we people on the West Hemisphere of the world really like our MMOs. I'm sorry to get a little loud there, but seriously, if you're going to keep doing this, Square Enix, you're going to piss off a lot of people. Seriously. Dragon Quest X just looks really cool. Like, have you seen the trailers? Like, have you seen some of the gameplay? I don't think there's, like, really a trailer anymore. I mean, the trailer probably looks awesome, but what I'm trying to say here is that I've seen a little bit of the gameplay, and how they do things is like, you're fighting out there, just like a traditional MMO, right? But you initiate battle kind of like traditionally in an RPG style, and it's kind of cool, and I don't know if I can really show it on my video because Square Enix is kind of sketchy, especially back in the day. Like, I got hit with a few of my Final Fantasy XI and early Final Fantasy XIV like trailers and gameplay, and there's not a lot of gameplay on YouTube. You can find it, but I'm just saying, I don't know if I can play it on this video, so just take my word for it. Go check it out. Dragon Quest X is a massively multiplayer online game, yes, thank you, where a customized player character travels the world of Estolcia, completing quests and fighting monsters. While starting out as a human character, the player character is later transferred into the body of one of 5 available tribes. So you go from a human to an ogre, the inquisitive Puklipo, the aquatic Wedi, the forest-dwelling elves, and the mining dwarves. Humans populate multiple settlements across Astolfia. Later versions added an additional dragon race. That's pretty darn cool. The game utilizes cloud storage for save files and other game data. As with most MMORPGs, Dragon Quest X requires a subscription fee to access. However, there is a daily 2-hour window, excuse me, dubbed Kids Time, where players can access and play the game free of charge. That is pretty cool. Now, I'm not really too sure if I get in trouble for this. I'm just showing a little bit. I can't really get a close shot. Maybe I can just get a little bit closer here. But yeah, as you can see, you even have a party of some sort. It looks like you get to control them just as well. And I don't know if there's like party play and all this, but it is really interesting when I take a look at it. And I am actually wondering if I could experience this game in some form or fashion. Probably not. Probably the game is not available at this point in time. I don't know if it's still going, but I gotta know what the story is now. The story begins in the village of a teen, focusing on the protagonist, an orphan living with their sibling. It's always an orphan. The peace is shattered when Negel, the Lord of Hell, attacks the village. The protagonist's soul is transported to a shrine and placed within the body of a member of the 5 non-human tribes, while their siblings is transported to the past to protect her from Negel. Wait, what? I'm sorry? What? The protagonist's soul is put into a different tribe, and then his sibling is sent to the past to protect her from Negel? Wow, okay. Under the guidance of a sage, the protagonist travels to Astolfia, searching for sacred emblems with which to reach Negel's lair. After locating 6 out of 10 emblems, the sage attempts to form a bridge to Negel's... Listen, I'm just gonna call him Nell, okay? I can't do this. To Nell's lair. This fails, and he decides to separate the protagonist's soul from their body in a desperate attempt to try another method. This proves to be a success, as the protagonist then meets the body's original owner. The protagonist's mission is made clear when they realize that a sacred vessel called the Ark of the Heaven is the only thing that can penetrate Nell's defenses. The protagonist then travels 500 years into the past. Dragon Quest has this real weird thing about time. They always do this. It's like, it's time to go back in the past. Woo! Where the Ark of the Heavens was last used in recorded history. After fighting Rasban, a demon bent on bringing Nell to life, the protagonist forges a friendship with a young boy who knew the secret to using the Ark of the Heavens. Returning to the present, the protagonist enters Nell's lair, and after a long battle emerge successful. During the end credits, the protagonist is greeted by the sage from before, who informs them that despite Nell's defeat, the seal had on the central continent was still active. In the second expansion, the protagonist travels to Randashia, the central continent of Astolfia, where Nell's seal was created. The protagonist investigates the demonic events there and continues to work towards stopping Nell for good. In the third expansion, the protagonist becomes embroiled in a royal power struggle at the same time as a massive monster invasion. Sorry, it's late at night. Sorry about that. Controlled by a mysterious hooded man. Now, that's all interesting. The story is interesting, okay? I will give it that. It is very interesting, but they always do something weird with time. Dragon Quest got to really move on from this whole time shenanigans because it doesn't make sense. And they try to do some, Demon X Machina crap with it, so they do this all the time. Like, one of my favorite Dragon Quests involves the protagonist being frozen in stone and their son has to wake them up, and then they have to wake up the mom. So you know which Dragon Quest I'm talking about. But this one, it looks pretty good. I'm just wondering, maybe there's like an explanation here in the release and why it was only released in Japan. Dragon Quest X is one of the few Dragon Quest games that has not received a release in the West, as well as the only mainline entry not to be released in the West in any form, despite fan demand. So they had fan demand, and they still didn't release it. Are you out of your goddamn mind, Square Enix? This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Not at all. When asked in 2014 whether they would like to localize the game, the lead staff said they would love to. In multiple interviews, staff have outlined the problems with localizing the title. The two main issues here are the amount of text. Really? The text? You know, people will volunteer for this. And technical issues related to the server and other elements involved in operating an MMO over multiple regions. Okay, now that's actually reasonable. That's actually reasonable, because it's very expensive to have servers to compensate for something as large as an MMO. I mean, 14 barely had enough when it came out the second time in A Realm Reborn. The first time, it had tons of issues. Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 had tons of issues. It was really weird, because some of the times people just couldn't log in because it was full. So I can completely and utterly understand that one. The first one, though, the text thing, no, that's kind of BS. I don't buy that one. A later interview at the 2016 Electronic Entertainment Expo, E3, pretty much, revealed that Square Enix was testing the waters for possible localization of Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest XI, with the recent Western 3DS release of Dragon Quest VII and Dragon Quest VIII, in addition to new releases such as Dragon Quest Heroes and Dragon Quest Builders. Okay, I've played most of those games. I have not completed the Builders or the second one. I think there's 2 Builders. Dragon Quest Heroes was fun. That was fun. I like Dragon Quest Heroes, but it's also kind of niche. In 2016, Square Enix stated that if enough fans demanded it, they would make efforts to bring Dragon Quest X overseas. The same year, a Chinese language version for Windows was localized for China. The Chinese language version was shut down in May of 2019. By the way, if you go down a little bit further, it says that Dragon Quest got a score of 36 points out of 40 from Famitsu, so obviously it's a good MMO. I don't understand why. Okay, so if people knew about Dragon Quest X, are you telling me that we would have had Dragon Quest X 4 years ago? Maybe? Bro, I am so confused. All right, let's actually go ahead and take a look at this. Like, I gotta know. Free on Switch. Oh, somebody actually on your American Switch, really? Maybe I'm gonna save this for later. I'm gonna save that one for later. The best MMO we've never played, Dragon Quest X. Oh my god, not enough views, dude. There's not enough views, not enough people know about this. There's even a playthrough for Dragon Quest X. There are 360 videos. 360 videos. And what? Oh no, why? I gotta look.
Now, my history.
What the?
That's exactly gonna work.
Is there any gameplay?
You get skill points every time you level up. Depending on which class you picked at the start of the game, your character can equip a variety of different weapons. A sword and shield, two-handed sword, spear...
Is there, like, actual massively multiplayer stuff in the game? I would love to know.
The more points you put in, the more abilities will be punished. You can push monsters as they try to approach your allies to attack them.
What?
Again, if you're gonna attack something, you better be within range.
You can push them?
Hey, you White Knight Chronicles.
What the heck?
Bosses, you'll have your tanks on the front lines pushing the enemy boss as they try to approach your healers and mage.
Oh my god. The tanks pushes the monster away from the rest of the party. That is literally, that's like literally the definition of a tank. I'm sorry. Let's finish this video up, all right? I want to see some gameplay. So this is the gameplay. Obvious. Oh, people turn to stone, huh? What's
the elves, dwarves, and demons?
Oh god, there's a casino in there. Oh god. Well, I think there's like a casino in like every single one, so this is probably not new. It does look kind of like old. It's graphically it's from 2012. So if they were to come out with Dragon Quest X, they would have to really do something about, like, it's fine graphically, but you would have to do something about that. It looks like, it really does look like an old Wii game, so they're gonna have to fix that. But they should come out with maybe another Dragon Quest MMO. I think maybe, and honestly, it's too late for Dragon Quest X to come out to the West. It's old, it's archaic, and to be honest, I mean, it looks great. Looks fun. See? I don't know if you guys caught that transition, but he went in there and they did the thing where it just flies in, and I don't know what it looks like from people outside of that. I haven't seen this character interact with another player character, so yeah, interesting. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, there was a Dragon Quest X, a Dragon Quest MMO that never reached the West. And to be honest, I'm quite jealous and upset that Square Enix wants to do this kind of crap again. It was on multiple consoles. It was on the PC as well. But you know, they just didn't think it would work over here, and they said if enough fans wanted it, bro, they need to know about it in order for them to know. So don't give me that, Square Enix, please! This thing practically didn't exist for me for a whole decade. So how the hell am I supposed to be like, hey, we should all shout out to the heavens that Dragon Quest X should be in the West? No, I mean, at this point, it looks like they just need to make another Dragon, or be in development for another Dragon Quest MMO. They just got done Dragon Quest XI. I guess that they're gonna try to milk the crap out of that game. But if you're gonna make another MMO, I mean, you could take some of what Dragon Quest X was, like some, okay? We don't need a Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 moment for Dragon Quest. Please, just get it right the first time. We don't want Yoshi P going ahead and being like, all right, so I got Final Fantasy XIV, right? I had to fix that and save that. I'm also the producer of Final Fantasy XVI, all right? Okay, I think I can handle this. Hey, yo! Sup? So, I just gotta ask you, did you hear about the new Dragon Quest MMO? Yeah? So it kind of failed, and we might need your help.